Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us again for a new Wednesday, which we have two new topics and two new wonderful speakers that we have today in today's session with the Let Us Talk It Zipinars. So we call it Zipinars as we try to zip in two different topics in one session to maximize the information you get, but minimizing the time consumed because we are all very busy in our daily corporate jobs or our creative jobs. So we want to make sure that with this initiative, we wanted to give back to the community through free knowledge sharing. So this initiative is made possible by Cogent Integrated Business Solutions, which is based in Detroit, Michigan, and they are doing IT, mainly IT services. And if you wish to get in touch and check for IT products or services that is offered, you can visit www.cogentibs.com. And for the first topic that we have today, the topic is avatar in your dream job. So avatar is very catchy, definitely, but this will be tackled further with a wonderful speaker that we have today. So it's if you envision working in your dream job as an avatar, representing a role that aligns with your passions, interests, and aspirations. And with this topic today, what will be discussed are like defining a dream job, highlighting some key steps needed to become an avatar in your current position, teaching you techniques to land that dream job that you are looking forward with. So with us is Michelle Niker, and she is a career coach and a human capital strategist with over a decade of experience working with an array of industries. So there are intricacies of human capital and its impact on organizational performance. So as a career coach and human capital strategist, she's here with us and to give guidance to the individuals and businesses on their journey towards achieving their career goals and making strategic decisions that drive long-term success. And without further ado, let's welcome Michelle to deliver the topic Avatar in Your Dream Job.
Thank you. Thank you for introducing me, and good evening to everybody. I'm so happy to be joining you guys today to be discussing a very apt topic, something that's very interesting, and also we definitely would like to know more about it. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of technical difficulty getting my PowerPoint here. Okay, so let's get going. So first of all, I'd like to talk to you about a dream job. So what is a dream job? Generally, it refers to a career or occupation that represents one's passion, interest, and personal goals. Now, the question that we all talk about around the dinner table with our colleagues at work over a cup of coffee is, how do I get my dream job? Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how do I represent myself in my dream job. I'm sure that most people have watched the movie Avatar that's currently on circuit right now. We are going to talk about how do I become an avatar, the blue people. So let's first of all define what is an avatar. An avatar is an icon figure representing a person. In business application, an avatar is a representation of your ideal job or position, a representation. That is the key word. So, my representation. So, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an actress. Why? Because I wanted to live in Hollywood, wear pretty dresses, act in different roles on screens, and have the opportunity to impact so many different people. To be known by millions of people throughout the world, like my favorite actress, Michelle Pfeiffer. Now, I didn't become an actress. However, I'm still in my dream job. So why am I saying this? Let me represent my reason for being an actress in my job. So first of all, live in Hollywood. I live abroad and I've traveled to many different countries. And yes, I would like to travel the world. Wear pretty dresses. Every day I choose to dress for success. I've always worked in a corporate environment, so I get to dress with sophisticated outfits, do my nails, and have trendy hairstyles. Act in different roles on screens and have the opportunity to impact so many different people. I work with different people every day, helping them to elevate themselves as individuals, and I immerse myself in their businesses, providing them with tools needed to be successful. So sometimes I'm a mentor, a coach, and a friend. To be known by millions of people throughout the world, like Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm talking to you on a screen and we're getting to know each other. And finally, yes, you guessed it, my name is Michelle. So you see, I'm working my dream job as an avatar. I am representing my skills, qualifications, and experiences into my position. To become an avatar in your job means to fully embody the role you play within your organization. It involves understanding needs, goals, and expectations of your employer, colleagues, and stakeholders. Now, there are many detailed steps that we can discuss and learn about today. However, I've just highlighted 3 important steps on how you can represent yourself as an avatar in your current job. So the first step, understand your organization. How many of us actually take the time to read our organization's mission, values, and objectives? Make a point to familiarize yourself with your company's structure and key stakeholders. Get to know the org structure, where you are and where you want to be. Who are the stakeholders? Read their stories. This information will give you some insight on their vision and strategies. Clarify your role. Make time to sit down with your manager and get a clear understanding of your job responsibilities and performance expectations. Seek clarity on what is expected of you to optimize your performance. Drill down on your KPIs and KPAs. Make your manager work for you. This conversation will help you to identify the key skills and knowledge and behaviors required to excel in your position. Look for every opportunity to add value, innovate, and contribute to the successes of your organization. Remember, every great concept came from someone saying, I have an idea. Thirdly, develop expertise. Invest in yourself. Seek the assistance of a professional development expert, like a coach, like a career coach, a mentor, someone to help you navigate your way with tools and a structured plan. Try to stay updated with industry trends, best practices, and advancements. If you're in the IT industry, see what Microsoft, Apple, IBM are doing. Log on to different websites like TechCrunch.com, InnovationWeek.com, where you can find developments in the IT industry. It provides articles and the latest innovations. Read books. Choose an author that resonates with you. If you want to be confident in your speaking, a famous author like Dale Carnegie, his book on how to win friends and influence people can help you with techniques to speak to anyone, anytime. There are many other books that you can find, and I've listed them below. Gain certification or additional training to excel in your field. There are so many learning institutions that are reputable today. There are a few free learning institutes that I can recommend, like Allison and John Academy. Seek opportunities to collaborate, support, and learn from others, either in your organization or externally. By fully immersing yourself in your role, understanding your organization's objectives, and constantly demonstrating commitment and excellence, you can become an avatar in your job. This level of engagement and alignment will help you understand and will help you stand out, gain recognition, and create a positive impact in your workplace. Now, for those of you who are finding your avatar, your dream job, so how do you do this? Let's talk about how you can represent yourself in finding your dream job. If you envision working in a dream job as an avatar, find a role that aligns with your interests, aspirations, and qualifications. Here are some steps to help you do this. First of all, identify your passion and interests. Reflect on your interests and aspirations that bring you joy and fulfillment. Consider the skills, talents you possess and how you can utilize them. Then explore different industries and sectors or specific job roles that align your interests, skills, and qualifications. Conduct a thorough research on roles that closely match your desired avatar-like position. After you have identified your avatar-like position in your qualified industry, assess yourself and determine areas that you require development. At this stage, you can seek the assistance of a professional coach, such as a career coach or mentor, to help you define your career and break down those goals and make them into achievable, measurable objectives. She can also analyze your CV and help you with your CV and analyze your skills matrix. And this will assist you finding that dream job. And then your CV. The next step is always a daunting one, and you never know if you're going to get it right. Let's help you create a CV that can stand out, that represents you as an avatar. A few points that you can consider. Craft a magnetic headline that grabs the employer's attention. Highlight your awards, achievements, and qualifications. Building a result-driven achievement statement that demonstrates your abilities. Tailoring your resume to suit specific job requirements and the company's culture. The cover letter should highlight your relevant skills and expertise to apply to this. Network with professionals in your desired industry and explore potential opportunities. Create a personal brand. Now, developing a strong personal brand that showcases your strength and expertise. Cultivate a presence and share your knowledge, insights through blogs or social media platforms like Instagram or LinkedIn to establish yourself as an expert in your field. Seek out internships, part-time positions or volunteer work that can provide you with showing your experiences and exposures. Leverage your professional networks to explore these openings or projects. Attend specific events or job fairs to connect with recruiters and people in your industry. Preparation for the interview. Have a conversation that matters. Understand your own resume. Dress the role that you want. Research the company. Make sure that you map out your route and find the mode of transportation. Know who you're going to see. Know the job description. Analyze the job description and make a list of key skills and responsibilities. Read the company's values and missions. Prepare specific examples. Be ready to provide specific examples in showing your challenges and achievement results. Use the STAR method: situation, action, and behavior. Structured questions make your answers effective, and this enables you to have an authentic answer. Don't be afraid to negotiate. They expect you to negotiate. You're simply going to ask for what you are worth, and the company knows that. Embrace your journey towards your avatar like job, your perseverance and determination. Be open to adjusting your plans and adapting to your opportunities and challenges. Continuously seek growth, learning, and improvement in your skills and knowledge. Remember, pursuing your dream job can be a challenging process, but maintaining a positive mindset is crucial. Embrace setbacks and failures as learning opportunities. Stay resilient and committed to your vision and celebrate milestones along the way. Achieve your dream job as an avatar. As an avatar requires dedication, continuous growth, and adaptability. By aligning your passion, skills, and goals with relevant opportunities, you can work towards realizing your dream and finding fulfillment in your professional life. Thank you so much for listening to me. Do we have any questions?
Fantastic. So that's very short and precise in terms of delivering the discussion. Well, thank you so much for that. It's really appreciated. And yeah, we want to send rewards to those watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can type it in and I'll have it delivered to our speaker. And for our attendees, greetings. Please do not be shy or hesitant to ask question to our speaker or just interact. And yeah, we want to also thank the presence of our CEO of Cogent, Mr. Srini Tanta. So if you were to ask or interact, please feel free to do so. To Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
That was a great presentation, delivered very crisply and a lot of good points. Thank you for your valuable time today. But I have a general question. Even though some of the candidates are pretty good with the skill sets and talent, at the end of the day, the reality of the industry is such that they are not necessarily going to get selected, because there are a lot of other factors that play into this whole process of hiring, right? So do you want to talk about those aspects as well? Because
Yes, yeah, you're right. So there is a lot of aspects. So your CV is not going to sell you. You will have to do research. I think that it is important to plan out what you're going to do. First of all, research the companies, industries that you want to target. And once you've done that, it is important to go onto LinkedIn, their LinkedIn profile, their website, read about what is important, what projects they're working on, what projects you have worked on that you can, talk about when you in that interview. And it is also very important for you your cover letter to take out some points from the job spec and put it into your cover letter. I've spoken and I've heard so many, interesting and innovative things that you can do with your CV right now, which is talk about your experiences. Put in if you have created a project that has taken your company from achieving 50% of their sales to 100%. Tell them about it. Connect with the maybe the directors on LinkedIn, read about their stories, know what they're about, know the culture of the company, so that when you walk into that interview, you are prepared. Now, I've been a recruiter for so many years, and I know that some people sit in front of you and they haven't prepared for their interview. They don't even know who they're going to speak to. When they're sitting in reception, they're slouching or they're looking at their phone. They're not aware of their environment. They walk into the interview so unprepared that sometimes they don't even know what position they're actually applying for. So all of this research can help you to prepare your CV, one, to have researched the industry, and also to be brilliant to really show off your skills in that interview. Because remember, the interview is usually maybe 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. And what are you going to say to really stand out in that interview? So these are the few points that I think that, job applicants out there should just be prepared on.
Sure. Thank you. I have one more question. So let's say, you have built a great avatar. That is right step number one. Number two, how can I make myself more visible in the market? Are there any tools, including AI or any other, techniques to make myself more visible?
I think that the old-fashioned way, which we sometimes forget, is just talking, networking. It's so important that we build up a network. Now, when I talk about networks, some people think, okay, so I'm not an owner of a business. How do I build up this network? Just by talking to people. I mean, right now, I have built up a network with you guys. I know Sagar, I know Phil, and I know you. So just by doing that, just by having dinner parties and maybe talking to people, in dinner parties, what do you do? Tell them what you do. Let's connect. Yes, that's an interesting, thought that we've just discussed. I'm in the same industry. Have you heard about this project that we're working on? Not to give away trade secrets, but having a conversation, building up a network. And, it's really, really can go a long way, because personally, when I moved to the UAE, I didn't know anybody. I had to build up my network from scratch. And I just started by having conversations with people that I met, probably my neighbors, my friends, people that I connected with via LinkedIn. And that's how I built up my network. That's how I became, known in the industry. And I always keep connected with what's happening. I keep myself abreast on the latest technology, on the latest trends that are happening at the moment. I also go out of my comfort zone. So recruitment, HR, people matters. That's what I know. But I'm now trying to also learn a little bit about sales, a little bit about the financial aspects. So it's just building up my skills portfolio. So when I do talk to other people, I know I have something to talk about. So yeah, I think that the tool that is forgotten is networking skills, just having a conversation.
Definitely. Thank you so much again. I will let any others ask the questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Uli.
Thank you, Srini. And yes, for those who for the attendees, if you wish to interact, like just show your comments or anything you'd like to talk about with our speakers, please feel free to do so. And for those who are watching as live as well, feel free to put your questions on the chat section. So we will acknowledge that one. And on the screen, here's how to get in touch with our speaker if you should need or have the need to talk to her offline or check for her services. Anything you'd like to promote, Michelle?
So yeah, Phil, when you invited me to come on today, it was really something that I felt privileged about, because it is so important that we get out to the public, because so many people are looking for jobs. So many people are stuck in their current jobs and they just need some guidance, somebody to assist them, somebody to talk to them about how they can navigate their way to finding that dream job, as I just mentioned, or to find their dream job in their current job. So if anybody wants me to assist them in career coaching, or just having a mentor, somebody to give them advice on how they can, excel in their current job, or tools that they can use to find that dream job. There's so many youngsters out there that probably don't have any working experience. How do I put my CV together? What do I put on my CV? So yeah, Phil, I would definitely invite anybody to please email me, and I'll definitely get back to them. We can have a Zoom call and we can find out how I can assist you and how we both can learn and help each other.
Perfect. So whoever is watching live and who will be watching this later on, so do not hesitate and help yourself up and send her an email, definitely. So thank you so much, Michelle. Now we can
Thank
move to
you.
the next topic that we have for today. All right. And for the next topic, we have this is somehow related as well into getting your dream job or being an avatar. So here is motivation versus direction. So balancing employee engagement and goal clarity to drive high performance and organizational success. So this is actually a wonderful topic which will be delivered by Mr. Sagar Bidre, who is a corporate trainer and is a highly skilled and experienced professional dedicated to driving organizational success through comprehensive corporate training and business consulting. And our speaker possesses a deep understanding of various industries and is equipped with the knowledge and expertise to deliver impactful training programs tailored to the unique needs of his clients. And Mr. Bedre also is committed to empowering individuals and teams within organizations, helping them enhance their skills, knowledge, and performance. And more of his background, he will share it to us. So without further ado, I'll give him the session to discuss the topic motivation versus direction. So Sagar, please take over.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Phil John. I would like to thank Phil John and the company, Coachent, for the inviting me, giving this opportunity to go public and share whatever knowledge I have. It's a contribution that I can give from my side. Now, rather than sticking to the first slide that you're looking at, motivation versus direction, there's one story that you must have heard while you're taking probably some trainings or some session. You must have heard from someone. I would like to first of all repeat the story itself, and then I want your comments on that, and then we can move to the next part of some slides. So the story of the frog, you must have heard that there is a lady cooking something in the kitchen. She's keeping a hot pan and then she's cooking something in the pan. It's full of, so the dish is like it is getting filled. There's some water in that. There is some vegetables in that. And then there's a tiny frog which accidentally fell into that pot. And then at the initial level, whatever the thing that she's cooking, that it is not fully, the water is not that much hot. So frog decides that, okay, he thinks that fine, I will not get out. I'm enjoying this water right now. It's quite good, warm. He's enjoying that. After some time, as the lady was not there, the frog incidentally fell there. And when she came back, she couldn't see the frog because there's already vegetables are there and he's already down. And she slightly increased the temperature. Now what happens is frog says, fine, I can manage with this temperature, and maybe after some time I'll try to, jump if it is too much hot. And then slowly, water starts boiling. And now this is the time where frog want to jump, but unable to. Reason being, it is beyond his capacity. It is too hot, where he cannot move at all. And then, what are the consequences that frog is going to face? Now, if I ask you the question, what do you understand by this story? Anyone can, give me your inputs on this. I won't say it's a moral of story. I want to know any analysis, what do you think? What is bad, good, whatever? You can remark, be judgmental in the story and tell me.
Well, for me, sometimes you get blinded with the environment that you come into. So if you get indulged in that environment, and later on you realize that it somehow is dangerous or it's a trap, so it will be very hard for you, or it's going to be too late.
Right. Okay. Yes, Michelle, what do you think?
Yeah, I think also sometimes we scared to take a jump or take a chance, and it might prevent us from actually, using our skills because we're scared.
Right, right. So the thing is that what my analysis, see, now there are different angles to this story, and most of the time, like we are taking the angle of the motivation here. The first of all, Fogg was living in a comfort zone and he was enjoying it. And he was unaware what is happening. So lack of awareness was not there. Third thing, when he decided that now I'm unable to take it and I want to jump, he was missing two things. First, there was not enough motivation at the right time when he needed. And secondly, when he wanted to jump out, to which direction he should jump so where he can live, he was unaware. So there was motivation missing and direction missing. There's one more angle that I want to add. That lady who was cooking was so negligent that frog died because of her. So maybe we can blame the top management for that lady who was trying to cook. But at the same time, employees who are that frog who are living in their comfort zone. So in my opinion, both are at the same time are responsible. Not only the senior management or the managerial level, not only the CEOs, but also the employees who are the frog who are in that hot pan. Okay. Now moving forward to the next point. So yeah. So like if I ask my managers, if I ask the people to whom I'm giving the business consulting for startups, their problem is like when I'm asking them, when I'm asking them, when you want me to motivate your employees or when you want me to do something good to your employees, like what they should do, what do you choose or what do you see? So how does motivation look? So these are the things which they told me that they first of all want these things. First, there should be high level of enthusiasm. It should be increased automatically after the whatever the boosting that they're trying to give to their employees. So this is the first expectation. Now, I'm not saying that it is wrong expectation. It is just a fact. So if you're getting motivation, it should result into high enthusiasm. Secondly, it should be beyond the minimum requirement. Okay, beyond the minimum requirement doesn't mean that it should go beyond the circumstances. It should not be unreasonable. It should be reasonable, but there should be slight raise to that. Because if you're not increasing the requirements, if you're not increasing your capacity, if you're not building your capacity, then again, you're living in a comfort zone and it's going to hit you back somewhere like that frog. Okay. Then there should be concentration and focus on the task. Now, what happened? There are a lot of things which are disturbing to every employee, to every person, especially in this digital age. We have mobiles, we have Instagram, we have YouTube. YouTube is there. There are a lot of options where employees are also getting disturbed. But here I'm not talking about the concentration only because which is causing by the external environment, but also because of the internal environment. What happens sometimes? Managers may overlook that they are not giving the work proportionately to the employees, which what happens when when the employee is having a capacity that he can handle or she can handle 5 tasks at a time, you're giving them 10 tasks at a time. So they lose the concentration. Whatever motivation you gave again goes in vain. So when you're talking about motivation, you should tell them how to be focused, how to choose. Choosing is the most important task. And when we are saying choosing, prioritizing is the word which I think appropriate to say. So anyways, you have to do the 10 tasks, but which is the most important and the urgent one. So important and urgent that you'll have to find out and do that and then second. So you'll have to teach employees, or rather than teaching, you'll have to make them aware how to choose. Because teaching is not good, like the appropriate word when it comes to the adult learnings. So adult learn, we don't teach them. That's what we say. Then there has to be persistence and resilience should be there. So there should be continuity. Persistently, they will be following whatever it is. It should not be like you're changing your path after some time, you're changing your way after some time. Whatever the task you have decided to do, you may change the way of doing it, but the task should be the one that you are supposed to complete. And ultimately, it should result into the increase in productivity and there should be sense of accomplishment. So here, motivation is helpful to whom? What do you think? To employees or employers? Anyone? To whom it should give the sense of accomplishment? Anyone can, like Michelle, Srini, you can share your views.
Employee first.
Employee first. Absolutely correct. So what happens is, like on the backside, that employees are thinking that I should give accomplishment to my boss, but it is actually reverse. That employee should get a feeling of fulfillment. Yes, I've completed this job, and then they'll be motivated, and the story continues. So this is what the take it is. Then moving to next, this is the most common thing that I usually get it from the people where I'm interacting with them as a trainer or as an educator or as a consultant, even to the startups. So when I'm talking to the boss, they're telling me my employees are asking only raise. Is it a good idea to give money all the time to give motivation? What do you think? I want genuine views. As an employee, what do you think? And then as a boss also, I want to know what you think. Money is enough?
So, Sarah?
Yeah.
No, I think that yeah, of course, money is something that is the first motivator to any employee. But also today, in today's environment, I think that especially the generation that's starting off work, they don't. It's not only about money. They're wanting a good work-life balance, as you mentioned. They're wanting an environment that they can enjoy, and they want to feel as if they are being valued.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Phil John, what do you say?
Well, that actually depends on, like, for me, it's like culture based, I think, because like there are some who's like not really into to money, being motivated more in the emotional contact of the environment, something like that. But there are really cases that because of like scarcity and all that, so like money gives more drive to the effort and to the accomplishment of particular individuals.
Right, right. Anyone else want to share any other thought?
Money could be secondary, passion and everything. So then money may take care of itself in the long run. At the end of the day, maybe just it is even Stevens. So even if the short term one loses money, one may get it by putting effort and passion and efficiency and other things.
Right, right. So see, when I ask and like when I to experiment on this concept, what I did is like I've asked some of the employees, what is your package? Let's say they say ours is 10 lakh per annum. I said, I'll give you 20 lakhs. Can you perform better at your job? They said, yeah, I'll give you 30 lakhs. Will you perform better than the earlier one? I said, yeah, okay. And I'll give you 50 lakhs. Is it practical even? When you increase the money, is it actually going to give them better performance? Answer is no. Possibly no. Money is the first motivator, like Michelle rightly said. Absolutely, I agree to that. But what happens is like over the period of time, what you need is like recognition. That how many people are like aware what type of job you do, and are you creating a value to the organization? Whether your job is worth. There are many people I've seen examples where employees are leaving the job because they are saying that, especially Gen Zs nowadays. What they say, I'm not satisfied with the job. I don't want to do. There's no worth. Money, anyways, I'm going to get anywhere. So there is a benchmark which industry creates from like when it comes to the salaries and packages. But after a certain time, when you enter into the competition way, then recognition, achievement are also important. Professional growth. So what was your designation earlier? What is it now? How you're going to go ahead with this? And then most important part is work-life balance. So these priorities are changing over the period of time. So when I ask a person who is between he or she is between his or 30s, 20s to 30s, they'll say money. If I ask the same question, 30 to 40, they'll say professional development, professional growth that we want. After 40, they'll say we want work-life balance. So for everyone, motivation may be something else, and money is not sufficient, but it is needed. So what happens is like, what are the limitations of the money as a motivation are like, there is a limited impact. then it is having diminishing return. So when money increases, not necessarily motivation always increase. It is, in fact, it is in reverse. It might happen in the senior position. When you're giving more and more money, doesn't mean that they'll be motivated all the time. So you'll have to give the other options, like we can see in the third point, that is recognition, professional growth. Then there is a lack of alignment and values. When you say money, money is there. So there is another problem. And then autonomy and empowerment is missing. When you say we are giving money to them, then no, this is a meme that I've come across many times on Instagram. So when we say motivation, so when you're giving motivation, is it enough? So if you're telling a cat that yes, you can fly. So only motivation is not the only job of a manager, as we know. So can we have motivation without direction? The answer is absolutely no. So the thing is that motivation is the first step, in my opinion. So what we need is a direction which should be given to the employees on demand. Now there is, again, you may have a different views on that. Some people may say that we would like to give direction. Some people might say no, when it is asked, then we will give. So we are not doing parenting. Our employees are not our ward. Our employees are not our children. We are not nannies. We are not their caretakers. So we'll come to that point maybe after a few slides. So where we should start, why we are having this motivation and direction to the employees. So that is self-awareness, that employees should be informed. Secondly, we'll have to create the SMART goals. And thirdly, it has to be like regularly reviewed and adjusted. What are the goals you're going to set? So why motivation and direction? When we say we start with the why, first there has to be focus and clarity. That's why we need motivation and direction both. So motivation tell them why we are doing this, and direction will tell them how they are going to do. And as and when they need a support, we are there. It is also needed to align the visions. So if there is alignment of vision is required from boss to employee, from company to employee, both ways. It should not be like companies telling them to complete the target, and for that employees are going for some unethical practices. Then what happened? Whatever the motivation you gave it to the employee, and then employee is unnecessarily calling troubles for the company, acting in illegal way just to achieve the target. Even that happened a lot when it comes to the sales teams, sales force. They are being told that, okay, this is a target that you need to achieve, and you'll have to do it. Now, the missing part is that employees are not clear that our company is ethical, and you are actually going out of the track and doing unethical things, such as giving bribes to the bureaucrats and trying to get your work done. Corrupt bureaucrats they're trying to tap on. So this is kind of a thing which is not aligning to the vision of the any organization, and any such kind of unethical practices will actually bring the organization into the trouble. So this type of direction will not be of any use. So that's why you have to tell them, direct them, stay on the track. We need to do it, but only ethical way, legal way. And then lastly, like I'll say into the why is that impact is necessary to understand that they are more likely to persist and put the necessary effort to overcome the difficulties. So when they're motivated, they're also going to working towards the direction they want to go. And that's why we need to give the direction to understand that what type of impact that we are trying to create and how they're going to contribute. Now, in between, if you have any queries, anything, like please feel free, ask, stop me anytime. We'll have question answer at the end of the slides, but you can ask me anytime if you want to. Okay. Now, SMART goals, specific goals has to be like when we say SMART, we divide it into these parts. First is specific goals. So what is the target they should be told? They should be clear about it. So X amount of sales that you have to generate. Okay. Or let's say X amount of target that whatever the company decided, annual target, monthly target, weekly target, whatever it is, that it has to be specific. It should not be like that you have motivated them, ignited passion amongst them, and you tell them now go ahead and do the sales, whatever you want to do it. Then it's of no use. Again, they're going to flunk, they're going to find it difficult because they are not clear. The clarity is not there. Then the second thing is that goals must be measurable. How much tasks to be completed? How much target that you're giving? Are you giving them any, let's say it's an admin job. So you're telling them, okay, this target, this is an admin job that you need to do. And it requires 30 days. you're telling them these are the 30 days task. This is a 30 days task. And of course, manager is aware how much time it takes for the certain type of goal. If it is not measurable goal, if you're not telling them, if you're not giving them brick by brick, okay, this much amount of time that you need to invest, they're again going to find some difficulties in solving this. They will not be able to plan it accordingly. So that's why you have to give them measurable goals. And you have to tell them that this is how our understanding is. Now you come to us if you have any difficulty in understanding this. Then the goal should be attainable. It should not be something that you are overburdening them with a lot of work, lot of tasks that you're giving them just because you want to create a pressure, and you think that because you gave motivation and because you gave the pressure, they'll outperform, they'll do the best, they'll perform the best, and that's why you're giving the better work. So often they say that sales targets are always unachievable. This is a wrong impression, because what happened when you hear that sentence, there's a confirmation bias that is created amongst the sales executive. So they are going to chat amongst themselves. Anyways, we know that we are not going to crack it. Whatever motivation that you gave, it is now they are demotivated because of one thing, that they know that these targets are unattainable. So that's why you have to calculate beforehand, and you have to tell them these are the targets which are manageable, you can achieve it. You'll have to put extra efforts than what you did in the last month, last quarter, but you can do it. And it has to be measurable also. So they'll get a sense of accomplishment when you finish it. Absolutely. So that is another thing. And then the goals must be relevant, aligned to the organization. There has to be some time limitation. So you have to tell them these goals are either quarterly, monthly, weekly, whatever it is. So you have to give them the time frame that within this much that you have to complete your goals, whatever it is. Then most important part is that you'll have to review and adjust all the time. What happened? Why review and adjust is required? Can anyone throw light on this? Srini, maybe you can share your ideas on this. Why do you think review and adjusting is necessary? Srini, Chandra, Manmohan ji, if you're there.
To align with the goals, either we are distracting and deviating away from that. So in between, the review and adjustments will make us more and more aligned towards the goals.
Correct. So what happened? The market condition might change from time to time. Sometimes it changes, and then you'll have to adjust it accordingly. You'll have to understand whether the work environment changes. You'll have to understand that whether the employees are increased or reduced. So if you're targeting for a 1-year goal, then you'll have to accordingly review and adjust it from time to time. So that's why reviewing and adjusting is the most important task for any senior manager. And then we are moving to this next part, which says that 80% of what happens when you give discretion. So when you're motivating and directing them, we are forgetting one thing, that we'll also have to give the discretion. Why needed motivation and discretion that why needed motivation and direction that we have already seen. But like I said earlier also, that we are not doing the parenting here. Our employees are not our wards. We are not here as a babysitters. They are adults. They know what to do. They know how to do it, and you already hired them for the same. Why to do it? You already told them in the motivational part, and in the direction part, you are there to tell them if you are going somewhere wrong, ask us, we'll help you. And they're definitely going to do that. So I'm sure you must have read the 80-20 rule. And if we apply that, you can create a bigger picture. So what happens when you give them the discretion? Idea starts generating. It is a common nature of any human being is to solve the problem. When it comes to the adult, they like to solve the problem. This is the basic thing. So motivation and direction, in my opinion, again, this is not a fixed formula, but I just try to correlate this with the 80-20 rule. So out of 80-20, I decided, I thought that 10% motivation and 10% direction, and 80% if we give the discretion, magic will happen. And yes, it does. I am sure you must have seen in your organization as well, that when you're telling them that you're open for the ideas, your desk is open, they'll come up with a solution all the time. They'll come up with the ideas. Yes, we can solve this way. We can solve that way. So I'm sure you must have heard the Colgate story. Anyone heard of Colgate story before? That Colgate company was in trouble. Okay, so I'll just give a quick short idea about the short note on the story. I'll tell you in a short. So Colgate was facing a trouble in generating sales, and this is again a hearsay story. So maybe you can get the details more on this on internet and correct if there is something wrong. So Colgate was facing some troubles in the achieving the sales targets, and they were unable to generate the sales that they were expecting. So there was when the chairperson or MD was appointed for India, so that lady said that my office is open. If you have any idea, anything regarding this organization, please come and share. So there was one draftman who was working in manufacturing division. He approached her and said, ma'am, can we simply increase the size of our brush, just increase the width, and also at the same time, whatever the the opening side of the toothpaste, if we increase the size diameter of that also. So she said, what will happen? He'll say we'll be able to, I think, achieve the sales. And so they did. So what happened? People started consuming more toothpaste because brush size was more, like it was bigger than the earlier, and paste, the diameter was also bigger this time. So the toothpaste which was coming out of that was also bigger in portion. And of course, their sales was increased by simple technique. So when you keep discretionary powers, when you give your employees, you're telling them you are open for the ideas, you're creating a bigger picture, in my opinion. So that's why discretion is also more important part, apart from motivation and direction. So this is it from my side. So if you have any queries, questions, please let me know. If any ideas, we are here to discuss. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And adding up stories actually emphasizes the good points of the discussion. So it's really wonderful. Thank you so much for that one, Sagar. For our attendees and for those who are watching live, would you like to communicate with our speaker, interact, ask questions? So for those who are watching live, you can type in your questions in chat. And yeah, our attendees, if you have questions, please feel free to do so. Okay, and on the screen right now are contact information of our speaker, Mr. Sagar Bidre. So if you wanted to talk to him offline, so that's his phone number and his email address. You can also check his website. It's written there. You can screenshot it if you're watching on your phone. And also, again, this initiative of this free knowledge sharing platform is made possible by Cogent Integrated Business Solutions. Website is www.cogentibs.com. So please do visit for IT services and products. And yeah, we're close to ending. So anything else you'd like to promote, Sagar? Are you writing a book, or you're doing sessions or coachings?
Yeah. So the thing is that what I do is generally we generally give the business consulting and the corporate trainings. In corporate trainings, we deliver the training, behavioral training, leadership training. These are the trainings that even the finance related trainings that we are giving. Apart from that, we have another firm where we deal into the drafting of documentation, legal documentation, that is a part of giving direction to the employees. So that we deal into. So drafting HR policies and ethics policies that we deal into. So thank you for the opportunity, Philjon.
All right, and thank you also for gracing us your presence, dear speakers, Michelle and Sagar. So Your effort, knowledge, and experience you brought up to the table is really appreciated. And this will actually reach to those who does require these informations that were discussed today. So there are people out there who is having a hard time in terms of how to search information, what they need to do. But through this information sharing that we have, it will filter and isolate those important details that they would require in their journey, definitely, because adding your experience to the informations you had is very unique and will definitely add value to the targeted community. Thank you so much. And for those who have attended, thank you so much for your time. And for
Thank
those
you.
who watch live and will be watching later, really appreciate your time watching the video. And we would like to invite you again next Wednesday. So we do this every Wednesday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we bring you like 2 different topics and 2 new speakers that will be sharing their insights and also will share their experience along with the topic that they will choose to share with the community and those who will be attending. So we encourage you to join Zoom live. So we are visible on LinkedIn. Just type in Let Us Talk It, and also in YouTube and Facebook as well. And we have our website, www.letustalkit.com. So that being said, thank you so much, everyone. And we are about to close this session. And yeah, great. Thanks to our speaker today and for the presence of our CEO, Srini Tonta. So thank you so much, everyone. And goodbye for now. And we hope to see you
Bye.
again next Wednesday.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Yeah.
Paul.
Thank you all.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Have a good
Take care.
evening.
Bye.
Bye.